Green
We've got
flag.
it. 25 cars, thousands of horsepower. Gen 3 supercars at Wanneroo for the last time this weekend. Bosch Power Tools, Perth SuperSprint, and another nice conversion by Kostecki. But is it going to be enough? The secondary part of the start was very, very strong for our pole sitter Fafini, and there's a bit of madness going on in the background.
And I tell you what, Brody's original jump was good. He got a little bit too much wheel spin. But I'll tell you who was nice to him, his teammate Will Brown, because he allowed him back in. He was stuck high and wide, and Will backed it off and gave him some room to merge in.
Feeney, Kostecki, Brown, Reynolds, Slade, Davison, Randall, Mostert, Waters, Percat, top 10, turn 6, cold tyres, lap 1, 42 is the journey. Pretty clean run it seemed through turn 1, and the single file run through turns 2 and 3. We're riding with David Reynolds. We're looking at the back of Will Brown's car. Thomas Randall covering on the inside. He's got Chaz Mostert having a bit of a peep. And also diving down the inside there, James Golding. A turnaround here for Declan Fraser. And does make it to the inside, does not make it to the inside and cop any damage, but he's gone to the rear of the field.
Nice presence of mind to take the steering lock off then. He straightened the wheel up so it didn't fan back around in front of the field.
And so this is what happened back in the pack, and it means that Jack LeBrock, as a result of actually, I think Jack might have got a bit of a helping hand there as well, and up and over the curb. Jack Smith was in behind Jack LeBrock, but the deal was in the end that Declan Fraser got turned around. So there's a 15-second penalty hanging over Jack LeBrock's head now, unfortunately, and that is Fraser in the trading entry disappearing to the right. That's the view from Shane Van Gisbergen's car. So unfortunately for LeBrock, who was the car that was off the road at the start and clobbered the sign down there as well in the truck assist entry when he dropped the clutch. It's been a pretty fraught opening lap for him.
This is on board with James Courtney. And that's a nice little manoeuvre down the inside by Anton Di Pasquale on Matt Payne.
It's just opened up a tiny bit first to second at the moment, Mark, on that last lap. It's now 3/4 of a second Feeney over Brown.
This is how it come about. Matt Payne was 2 sideways off the exit of 5. He gave him track position, gave him room to race, and then was able to sneak up there without a bump. Nicely done. Authoritative move, well executed. That gap now is just over 2 seconds. You can see it there. He's been able to sneak away, Brock Feeney. A very impressive drive by the young 20-year-old.
His run at the Grand Prix was mega. And he's run in Adelaide last year, and he demonstrated supreme concentration. He didn't blink, didn't make a mistake. There he is, and he's doing the same today.
A little bit of a bubble on the left-hand rear there.
And did that hurt enough to give Tim Slade the edge? So we'll watch for car number 23, the Newlon cars right at the start-finish line. Look on the left of screen for the departing Will Brown. So there is a tiny edge in favour of Slade. But the Coke car's got fresh tyres, and where does... Oh, man. Brody squeezing by Declan Fraser, who had nowhere to go then. That was tight. Now, here's the replay. So the trading entry is Declan Fraser. He's getting squeezed into Neverland here. So he's on the gravel, which then means he cops the curb. At the same time, Brody's rounding him up, and the danger there is that you bounce into the other car. They all managed to resolve it. There's the view from Will's car. He's on cold tyres, and that's his teammate who's on a warm tyre. Pretty good presence of mind there by Brody, just to steer around that, gave an extra 6 inches to just manage the problem.
So Slade is your effective leader. Will Brown's just been able to get him, I think. Just saw on the... Yeah, so Brown's been able to put a manoeuvre.
Good job, mate. That was important. Good job. Smooth farm.
Tyres.
Rock still undefeated.
Yep. So now, this will be really interesting, because what Will Brown's got to do is decide as to how hard he's going to use this tyre now to get the gain he needs to get to be able to park himself in front or near Feeney, because remember the margin was 2 seconds before the stops.
Let's watch this. This is going to need to be 3 seconds, no longer. Will he be on the mark? 1, 2, 3. Bit of a bobble on the front there. That's more like 4 seconds. Dropped a nice, you saw the bobble, and you saw he went that far past his mark. They're the little things that make the difference.
He's been able to do it. I think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
And that car just behind there, that's Will Brown. So that's actually a bigger gap than I thought it would be.
Far bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be far closer than that. On board now with Cam Waters and the J-Car driver's eye. And he's parked right in behind Will Davison. And he's just trying to position himself here under brakes, but he follows Davison through, and they'll escort Slade slightly wide. As long as he can stay on the throttle nicely to get through here, they do. Oh, that is so close.
So they are playing for sheep stations here at the moment, because this is all about pride and points.
Little wriggle there under brakes for Courtney. Pike tries to position the car, and he does. He gets right up on the inside. They all move to the left and to the right inside to cover. You don't often see that. They all moved to that side of the road. They used that concrete strip.
James is something of a shot duck for grip here, so he's had to cover, and Pye's had to run wide.
The leader has commenced the last lap.
One to go, 2.4 Ks. Great battle down the order here, and this is for honour at the back end of the top 10. At the moment, Courtney's 9th, Pye 10th, Golding is 11th. And James is just barely clinging to this at the moment, and you just caught Callum 97 right there, watching all this unfold with only a handful of corners to go.
With 4 tyres, remember he put 4 tyres on, so he'll come off the left-hander slightly better. He's going to put pressure on Golding.
Out of turn 7 at the end of 42 laps. Take a bow. Beautiful job, Brock Feeney. Well done.
You absolutely crashed it. You absolutely crashed him. Awesome work. Awesome work.
He did a grand job today. Absolutely smashed them. Home by a monstrous 6.8 seconds over Will Brown. And how's this one? It did go all the way to the wire in favour of Courtney, Pye, Golding, 9, 10, 11. The great performance by Brock Feeney. We'll look further down the order now. Will Brown in second and Brody Kostecki in third. David Reynolds, who we just heard from. Chaz Mostert, that was a fine drive this afternoon. Still 12 seconds away though. Cam Waters just in behind him from Will Davison, Tim Slade, James Courtney, who had his hands full at the end. Sliding everywhere from Scott Pye. Then we had James Golding, Shane Van Gisbergen did get to 12th, so decent points. And then Percat, Hazelwood, Di Pasquale, Hill, followed by Fullwood, Payne, Winterbottom, followed by then the Pizza Hut entry of Macaulay Jones, Jack Smith, Andre Heimgartner. So there's a little bit of frustration there for Brad Jones this weekend. Declan Fraser, Jack LeBrock and Thomas Randa with a gear selection issue for him, unfortunately. So our champ points, and this one is interesting, isn't it? So it's 100 points is now the neat difference, and the only change in the top 5, Brock Feeney's gone up 1 position. David Reynolds has come up 2 positions. He's into 6th position, dropping 3 though, Heimgartner, which really goes to the point that I made a moment ago about Brad Jones Racing having a tough weekend. They'll lick their wounds in preparation now for Tasmania, and this is what it all means when you add it up in team point land. So how's the number being achieved by Coca-Cola Racing by Erebus? They're just blazing down the road here at the moment. They've got a 180 point margin now over Red Bull and Pole Racing.